I mean, you'll be streaming audio, right?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. But hi, everybody. Welcome back to Caelus City. Let's hope the audio is working right now. My name is OPT Lawyer, and I am joined today by, once again, Nora, Cham, and Tej. Hi, guys. I feel like we were just here.
No, it's just your imagination.
Okay.
Yeah, you were just imagining that.
That's fine. Because I thought...
Did you get into Tina's catnip again?
No. Yes.
We've been over this. It's not popcorn salt.
But it's just so good, though.
That's my line.
So anyway, last time, you guys decided... well, actually, no, before that. We were all nice in the lab, lab, sweet lab, as the little sign says, and everyone was in there, and Apollo was playing video games, and then Cal got a mysterious package from Nondescript County, in the Nondescript Halloween party store, and Apollo was in the box along with an Anton helmet, and everyone was confused. And then the cat everyone thought was Apollo attacked Sink, who got defended by Cal and then got bit anyway. And he started having issues with his hand, as in it was going paralytic, or it was injected with a paralytic, which Cal knew all too well. And but he was able to get that righted pretty quickly. And then you guys all decided to go raid a citadel. For a good reason this time. Last time it was, whatever. This time, though, great reason. Went to go rescue Cal's mother, among other things. Get Cal's research back. Get Cal's, find more information. And basically, and you guys wanted to take out the general, too, but he wasn't there. The general was...
I want my sword fight!
No. You're assuming you challenged the general in the first place. So, anyway, you guys make it back to the lab after you rescued, Cal's mother. You released a lot of prisoners, from their barracks or whatever. A lot of lizard prisoners who are probably political or something along those lines. That'll probably come back later. And then, along with the help of Zachariah, you guys got most of Cal's information back, at least so he thinks. Cal was able to dump a bunch of other stuff onto a wireless hard drive?
A computer-safe magnetic attachable hard drive.
Okay, so that happened. But you guys have made it all back to the lab with Cal's mother, and we ended the last comic, if I remember correctly, with you guys finding out from Zachariah, and because Cal had done a blood test and realized there was a lot more like white blood cells in there, as if something was inside of her. Zachariah did basically a head scan real quick and determined that yes, there is something electronic inside of her. I believe you did an MRI or portal MRI and was able to actually see that there is in fact a computer chip inside of her head, which at the moment you are all assuming is what's causing her to basically be a blank brain, which if I remember right, Tej, you had a word for that, which I don't remember.
Neural inhibitor.
Tabula rasa.
That one, thank you.
Yes, that part, tabula rasa.
Yeah. So welcome to Caelus City Issue 12, Forgotten Memories Part 2. On the cover, we see Cal's mother. We see Cal's mother laying in a bed. We see her, we're looking straight down on her. And she's got she's got wires hooked up to her head and all this. So basically, she looks like she's hooked into more than one computer, if you will. And that's literally the only thing on there, is her hospital bed hooked up to stuff. We open the comic book, and page 1 is basically where we left off. Everybody's in Cal's laboratory all of minutes after we ended the last comic, as everyone's kind of trying to figure out what's going on. Owen is actually stirring awake, despite the fact that he doesn't look amazing, but, he's waking up, so... Zachariah is kind of pacing around, trying to think of, he's trying to think, what can we do, that kind of a thing. As he's studying the images you took very carefully and, enhancing them, moving, getting closer, trying to zoom in on the chip inside her head, and so on.
So, we can get that out of there, right?
Zachariah's got his hand on his chin of his muzzle. He's like, well, getting it out might not be the idea, but turning it off, basically making so it can't turn on again, because it's not harming her. It's just, while it's on, it's preventing her memories, but if we can disable it, she should start to remember things. It's not going to be like an instant click a switch and she's back to normal, but it shouldn't also take that long. One of those things, like a few nights sleep, should start that.
But that'll still leave the device inside of her brain.
Well, when I mean disable it, I mean permanently disable it. As in it can't be just turned back on. What I mean, removing it is probably not going to be something that, unless somebody here happens to be a brain surgeon, which even then, I don't know if I would necessarily say is a good idea.
I mean, it's got to get out of there eventually. I mean, it's never good to have something foreign or weird just slam inside of your body like that. I mean, who knows what kind of stuff that's going to do?
Not much. A lot of people have random things here and there and like that. It's said I'm more worried about turning it off than anything else, if only because I don't know what that's going to do when she's this far away from the Citadel. I don't think anything, because it doesn't seem to be activating at all, but I don't know if there is some radio signal that was there or not. I'm not entirely certain. I can tell you that based on this design, this is going to be tricky.
How tricky are we talking?
Oh, if we don't do this exactly right, this could short. And you don't want that to happen. That's all. He just lets that hang. Because he does not say the next part of that.
I mean, he said enough.
I have an idea, but I don't... I'm not sure how to set it up exactly. He looks over, Cal... He walks over towards Cal's computers as he's, got his... he's clearly thinking, something's racking in his brain, but it's taking him a little bit. Meanwhile, Owen looks over at Sync. Are you by Owen, by the way, or are you by Mackenzie?
I mean, I was just talking to Zachariah, so I'm not sure where he was.
I mean, if you guys are kind of all in the same area.
Gotcha. I mean, I'll be closest enough to Owen. Sync probably wants to keep Owen in his sights generally.
So he kind of is it. He's awake enough now, and he looks over at you. He's like, "Oh, hey, did you find the lizard family okay?"
Sync kind of looks over to Zachariah and Mary, looks back at Owen, and kind of shrugs.
Oh.
Yeah, we found him all right.
Oh, good. Who's the lady in the bed over there?
That's Cal's mom. That's Mrs. Porter.
He kind of blinks, looks at really? Where did you guys go?
We might have gone back into the Citadel. We might have done a giant prison break. We might have kidnapped Cal's mom from some lizard general guy. Or, not the general. Like his first mate or something.
Okay. Cal? Am I running a fever of some kind? Because I feel like this is an entire fever dream that I wouldn't have unless I was really, really sick.
You look around and Cal isn't anywhere in the lab.
Oh. Okay. So Mary steps over. She's puts her hand on her head, and it says, like, well, dear, you do have a fever, but you're not dreaming. That happened. She's like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and Mary here's been helping you out a little bit.
Oh. She says, yeah, I'm a nurse, I'm a nurse practitioner and medical stuff. This is just, you need to relax and just rest for a bit. He's like, okay, what's wrong? I feel so... She's like, yes, you're ill. It's okay. She's clearly not
We'll take care of it, buddy.
Yeah, she's clearly not telling him that the whole, that, like, he's sick, but she's not entirely sure why.
Don't worry about it, buddy. We got it covered. We're doing our best to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Cal?
Cal's not there.
Oh.
So where is Cal?
I look around and notice that Cal isn't here.
So where is Cal right now?
So we turn the page and we get a panel, and Cal is... We just see like a montage of him like fast walking just away from the lab, away from everything, until we get this very nice resplendent shot of like a hill with a single tree on top of the hill, and attached to the biggest branch on the tree is just a single solitary swing.
Aww.
And then we see Cal is up on top of this hill. Doesn't go to the swing. Doesn't go to sit on the swing. It's just leaning up against the tree, staring at the swing.
Nice. Is that... Now, GM question. Is that like a spot like your father would know exists?
It's definitely a spot his brother would know exists.
Fair enough. Okay. That's fine. That's just a thing for me. So Cal is reflecting at the moment. So back in the lab, Zachariah kind of looks up and he's like, I think I know a way we can disable this, but it would be basically a technomancer going inside her brain. Sort of, like sending consciousness inside this chip and disabling it from inside, while others were outside on computers helping this person out.
Is that the only way to do this?
It's the easiest way. Well, it's not the only way, but it's the safest way, in so much as if we screw anything up at all, and the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm becoming convinced, if we screw this up at all, she's going to get a horrible shock to her brain. And that's not a good thing.
I mean, whatever we choose to do, I don't think we should do it without Cal being here.
No.
It's his mom.
Well, no, I wasn't planning on just doing something now. Besides, I got one small little problem.
And that is?
I can't do that whole sending consciousness into a technological thing. There are a few technomancers that can. I'm not one of them.
Well, it's a shame that we don't know any of them.
Owen just immediately sits up and he's like,
Owen, go back to sleep. You're tired.
That's actually something I can do. And Zachariah looks right at him and is like, kid, you don't look great. He's like, yeah, I know, but Cal's helping save me, so I figured I should probably help save his mom. I'm fine. I mean,
You're not.
No, I'm not, but I'm fine enough. As he sits up and actually tries to stand up. He's like, okay. And Mary's even just like, don't you dare. Yeah. He's like, no.
Six doing the same thing.
Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit up here. Because he sits on the bed and then doesn't try to move from there. He's like, I'm just gonna sit here for a moment. Okay.
You can barely walk. You're not flying through technology.
Well, it's a consciousness thing. I wouldn't be in my physical body, so it'd be fine.
Your brain's not doing so hot either.
My brain is fine. It's the just nausea and I feel a little hot, but that's okay. Zachariah just kind of sighs. He's like, well, it's just that I'm not even going to touch anything until Cal comes here. But
We shouldn't even make any kind of decision until Cal gets back.
as I said, I'm not touching anything until he gets back here, and I'm not going
It's
to.
not a matter of touching. It's just...
I'm not making it. I'm not. Would be making a decision. I'm not doing anything until he gets back here before we can present this option. He says, looking over at Owen. Owen's just kind of. He's still just sitting on the bed, just like trying to clear his head. It's like he's psyching himself up already, despite the fact that everyone's already said, "Hold on, whoa, wait a minute." How is this? How is this 16-year-old able to do this? And I've been practicing for a very long time, and I still can't. And Owen's just like, I don't know. I've always just been able to, sort of. It's been a little more pronounced lately.
Well, regardless, buddy, just lay back for now. We don't need you just yet.
It's like I've been laying down all day. I just want to sit up. Good.
I was trying to remember Zachariah's last name. I don't remember him now. Basically looks at Zachariah and he says, well,
Hold on.
besides any of that, like, you got that big hard drive that we pilfered over.
Zenic, by the way.
Zenic, thank you. We got that big hard drive that we pilfered over from the Citadel. Maybe you can start ferreting around in there and see if you can find anything that can help Owen out.
It's a good point. Plus, I got all the data I pulled anyway, so.
Where is Cal, anyway?
I don't know. Well, Zachariah's going to sit down at one of the computers and put in the USB drive that he got all the info from. Well, it's already in the computer, but he's he sits down at that computer and he starts kind of parsing through some of that data to see if he can find anything. Because he hasn't, he downloaded a bunch of stuff which he doesn't even know yet. So, anyway, what is Cal and Apollo? Are you with Cal then, or?
No, that depends. Did Cal toss Apollo off the swing when he got there, or did he pick Apollo up and stick him in his lap?
Neither. Cal is letting Apollo sit on the swing, and he's just sitting there up against the tree.
Nice. Anything happen at all? I'm just curious, because I don't want to leave you guys out of this.
That's why Apollo kind of just looks up at Cal. You didn't move me. I know this is your swing. I know this is rough on you, but since I got here, I've always seen the humans. They're horrible people. They're horrible things. But you're really, really a good human. And Apollo is trying to comfort and support by telling him how they exemplify the best parts of the Earth.
Go ahead. Hey, 7. Alright, so if Cal opens up, he can do what? A mark potential, shift labels, or clear a condition?
Yeah.
One of the 5.
I'll give you 3 guesses which one he's doing.
I actually don't know which one. It could be a lot of them in my mind.
I know which one.
Cal's got all 5 conditions.
I know that much, yeah.
Take care of that, yeah.
Oh, you mean I thought you were talking about which condition?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was assumed.
Oh yeah. I don't know how you can see that or say that right now. This entire thing started because of me. People are getting hurt because of me. Every time I make a decision to do something, it backfires. I should be 2 steps ahead of these guys, and it feels like I'm 3 steps behind. How can you sit there and say, I'm the good part of this?
As he says, as Apollo hops down and kind of jumps up on Cal's shoulder and onto his head and kind of curls up. Kind of needs a little bit, but it's like, you care.
Nice. That's exactly what I was thinking you were going to say.
No claws on the head. You know.
How is it that I can come up with all of these things, all of these inventions, all of this, and yet when it comes to doing the one thing that I should be able to do, I can't. It keeps backfiring. Why? Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do all this on my own. Maybe I should just stick to inventing things and not trying to fix all these problems.
You aren't on your own. Apollo at this point, he says, "You're not on your own." He hops off and hits the button on the collar and goes mech suit.
Okay, so for the mechanical side of things,
Yep.
by opening up, I'm clearing condition. I'm clearing hopeless, and then I also triggered my own drama move.
Yeah, you did.
Which is when you share a vulnerability or weakness with somebody, hold 2, spend the hold 1 for 1 to clear condition, or add 1 team to the pool. And he's going to look.
Apollo's totally doing the silliest Gundam or Super Sentai pose he can in the mech suit.
Right.
Of all the places you could have crashed, I'm lucky it was my backyard.
Aww.
I am too. You've got tuna.
I'm also going to spend one of my hold there to clear insecure.
I figured as much.
I don't know if we're going to be able to stop everything, but there are 3 people back in that shed that I promised I would save. But I made a mistake when I said that. There are 3 people in that shed we saved.
So get your butt in there.
He looks. You move faster than I do.
I don't feel like walking.
I can't carry you in the mech suit.
Apollo gets out of the mech suit and hops up on Cal's shoulder.
Here, I was thinking he was going to carry Cal with the mech suit.
That's what I was hoping.
I was hoping, yes.
And we just get this. It's adorable little like panels of. It's not Cal holding Apollo here or there. It's Apollo just curled up and asleep on Cal's shoulder.
Aww.
Probably with claws dug in to hold on, and then Cal just doesn't care and he's just walking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by this point, I'm certain that you have like some leather strap or something.
Like a falconer's glove for your shoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nice.
And actually, no, he doesn't.
Yes.
He this one is au naturel.
Ooh.
Nice.
Likes the pain.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel alive.
So, when we turn the page and Cal and Apollo make it back to the lab, Cal, you'll notice that there's a whole lot more printed paper on, or printed, documents, in a pile near Zachariah, who's on your computer at the moment, clearly going through some of the stuff that's been downloaded from the other, from the Lizard's computers. And you do see Owen, who's sitting up in his bed still.
Welcome back.
He sort of looks around, scans the room. Have we come to any conclusions?
Zachariah, immediately pipes up, is like, I think I found something.
On?
The chip inside your mother's head.
Okay.
And he pulls out, he stands up and, basically flashes a piece of paper in front of you and holds it out for you to grab it. I found the schematics.
Excellent. So we should be able to disassemble it and remove it.
Yes, but there's the but here. We can't get to it, without a little bit of help.
Define a little bit of help.
So, if I've read all this correctly, and I'm pretty sure I have, because he kind of sighs and looks off to the side. He's like, I didn't want to say it before, but I don't think you're going to hold it against me. I know a little bit more about this chip than most people would just by looking at it. I didn't design it, but I was trying to... He looks away more. He's like, I was trying to design a chip we could install in someone's brain when they have brain damage to help them fix it. Instead, it looks like they took my research and made it into this. Sound familiar?
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
So, that means that the safest way to do this is to use technomancer magic and send a consciousness inside to the chip, with the rest of us outside on computers guiding the avatar of the person inside.
No.
That's what I said. He wants to send Owen in there.
No.
I don't want to send Owen in there. I said we should get one.
No.
The problem is if we screw up anything at all, this thing goes off and fries your mother's brain.
If anyone's going in there, he looks over, and at this point, Cal has this scared look of resolve on his face and looks right over at his father as he says this. If anyone's going in there, it's me.
Zachariah looks at you, is like, I mean, that's one, courageous, and two, I would absolutely understand that. The problem is twofold. One, the problem is twofold. One, a technomancer can't send somebody else inside the machine, and two, you might actually be needed out here. Because there's multiple moving parts for this. And we're going to absolutely need we may actually need you to be out here. Zachariah says he looks over towards the rest of you guys. It's like, I know this sounds insane. It does.
Yeah, just a bit.
It does. But as I said, the thing of it is, we're the three of us, and he looks over at Apollo. He's like, Apollo, can you use a computer?
Just a stream.
So yes?
I can stream.
Okay, perfect. So that means you can focus the cameras. Great.
Wait,
What cameras? What are you planning on doing?
Well,
can I see those schematics?
he hands it to you. So here's what the idea is. If the person who goes inside is going to be backed up by the rest of us out here, just because we'll be able to hook into him and see basically what he sees and help out. We can all be there without actually being in there. But we need a conduit, and that's going to be the Technomancer. Well, I'm still not convinced it's going to be him.
I mean, I don't want it to be him either.
So I have a really dumb idea.
What's your dumb idea, Apollo?
That's your dumb idea, Apollo.
I'm listening.
We digitize me.
Digitize.
No, you digitize me. I'm going in.
How?
Well,
Let samurais, guys?
I mean, if they can shrink down and go into the bloodstream on the magic school bus,
Right.
then it shouldn't be that hard for us to reverse engineer a process to do it.
well, I have this thing in my ship,
Uh-huh.
and if we take these couple parts here in Cal's lab and that easy bake oven over there,
Add a paperclip and some bubblegum.
no, we don't use bubblegum.
You know how long it took me to find that pack of Bubblicious? No.
No, we don't need the bubblegum. The paperclip, can you scratch right there with it?
Cal doesn't take the paper clip. He goes and actually gets a cat back scratcher.
But so I'm actually using my new move, Alien Tech.
Uh-huh.
When you alter a human device with your alien technology, roll plus freak.
Yes.
I'm going to help with team.
The one we have?
The one we have, absolutely.
Alright.
Because he's using the easy bake oven. So Cal's like, hold on. And he sits there and he breaks out the goggles and takes it soldering just right so everything is perfectly, crafted. And basically, Apollo is pointing and Cal's doing all the small, minute details because fingers versus cat paws.
These are not precision instruments.
No, they are precision instruments.
I got no opposable thumb.
How are you holding the rapier?
Yeah!
That's a little secret.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Apollo pulls out a little magnetic glove.
I was about to say, I was going to look at it. Do we tell him about the magnet?
Nice.
Get out of my head!
Okay, so if I choose on a 10 plus, I get to choose one. It works exceptionally well.
Okay, then.
So what's this device do again?
It will turn someone digital, and then our techromancers can send them in. The data upload, basically.
Right. So,
And
Zach,
then with all of this, and then Apollo pulls it, and then with this little bracelet right here, it'll get shrunk with them. They can push it while they're digitized, and they'll rematerialize in there, and then that's how they come out too.
So the big question still is, what do you even do when you're in there?
Zachariah's like,
That's
well,
something I'll do that.
that's for us to guide the person who goes in. It's not going to look like, you're standing on a chipboard inside there. It's going to be different, from what I've been told. Owen looks up and is like, yeah, it's going to be weird.
That's what it takes to get this out of my mother and save it.
Well, at the very least, it'll disable... Zachariah's like, at the very least, it'll disable it permanently, so it can never be activated again, and then you can worry about getting out of her head at some point later. Right now, we just want to get it out of her. We just want to stop it.
So at this point, Cal walks away for a second, comes back like 5 minutes later, dressed up in a Mega Man inspired look for his normal outfit.
Oh, he's like you're ready to go scuba diving.
So he's like, you know, whatever you wear in there is not necessarily going to be what you look like. It's really going to be what you know what, never mind.
None of you have ever seen Mega Man NT Warrior.
No, I'm sorry, I can't say.
Wanted to. That's cool.
I can't say I have. Owen's like, I have.
Exactly.
Yes, it'll be fine. So Sakurai sighs. Is like, that's great, but we still need the Technomancer to get you in. And so I was telling them, I actually can't do the whole putting consciousness inside of a computer thing, but Owen here says that he can.
It's just digital now. It shouldn't be a consciousness.
Well, still,
I mean, the digital consciousness, right?
yeah, you're still putting a consciousness inside there. Maybe easier. It doesn't mean I still can do it. But Owen finally like puts his feet on the floor and stands up. He's like, "Yeah, I can do that. That's easy." But we still need everyone else to. We still need everybody else's help too. Zachariah nods. Is like, looks over at Cal. It's like, "How many computers do you have here?"
How many do you need?
One for everyone, including Apollo.
Hold on. Walks over. Back into the lab. You just hear a bunch of beep, 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 beep.
Mm.
And then the wall that's got all like cabinets with like the bakingware and the plates on it starts to move and shake. And there's a complete server room.
Nice.
Whoa.
Okay, that'll do.
Why don't we ever do LAN parties here?
I know. Yeah.
Right, because I don't have my own computer, right?
Owen looks at you and is like, Sink, I don't think you would need your own computer. I mean, look at this.
Right, yeah, it's true. Cal's got it all.
I will say, powerful computers is part of the sanctuary setup.
That's fine.
So that's not any more than I already have that one.
Right, yeah, that's whatever.
And it's not always prepared, yay.
Right, no. Dude, you could have rolled that anyway and then just been like, okay, I'm ready. So Zachariah goes over and he starts getting things kind of set up, including, and he looks over and he's like, do you have, like, asks for, like, spare motherboards and things like that. Yeah, basically spare computer parts that aren't being used for anything specific, and I'm assuming the answer to that is yes.
Most likely. No. Only father.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, perfect. So he goes over to your stock of computer stuff and whatnot, and you don't really know how, but he's suddenly putting things together that don't look like they should be going together, and yet somehow are perfectly together, like fine. And at one point, once he finishes, he has made these interesting-looking headsets for everybody that plug into these computers that have, like, you know, kind of a visor thing that comes down. It looks really sweet and all that. He's like, okay, this is going to let everybody else see what you're going to be seeing, Cal.
Did you just cobble together heads-up displays based on old computer parts?
Well, and some magic, but yes.
Oh, you made an Apollo-sized one. It's adorable.
It is, isn't it? It does!
Yes!
Gregory looks at that, he's just like, he's giggling because he thinks it looks so amazing.
I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to use that on stream, Apollo.
Indeed.
Apollo just kind of sighs and face palms.
Paw palms, you mean?
Yes.
But Apollo, it's an emote slot. Besides, after the live stream, he goes, I checked on my walk over to the swing. You know how many subs we got? You got?
Yeah, I know. My my collar wouldn't stop buzzing.
No, Apollo, you're not wearing that one. You're wearing the flea collar.
Is it that time again? Ah.
Aww. So we're really doing this then?
Might as well. We have to. We just got
Looks down at the.
He's
Cal looks down at the bracelet. Looks back at Apollo. Back at the bracelet. Back at Apollo. Normally, I only trust my own convictions. But I think right here, right now, I know this is going to work. And I'm going to spend my other hold to add a team to the pool.
Perfect. So we have one. For the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The chip's a dangerous foe. Let's go into battle, boys.
I know it'll work. I made it.
Perfect.
Been watching you.
So Zachariah goes back to the computer parts again, is putting something else together. And when it's done, it's not a visor headset, but it's definitely like, you know how when they do those brain scans that you've got like the little like hat with all the plugs in it and whatnot. It's one of those, only looks a lot more techy.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks over to Cal's mother, Mackenzie, and he's like, this is going to go on her so we can hook her up to the computer so we can get all of this started. Which, he looks at Cal first before he does anything. It's like, it's your mother, Cal. I need to know if you want me to start this or not.
Just remember, you might need to finish all of your quests before we go on. I mean, never mind.
Harvard, your nerd is showing.
Yeah. I'm just saying there's no going back.
Did you save? You may want to save. It is the last point you'll have before the game ends.
Yes. But no, I'm serious. You ready for this?
Like I said to Apollo when I came when he found me back there.
What was that? You actually were a little bit low.
Like I said to Apollo when he found me back where we were, there are 3 people in this room who I promised to save. But I changed it to we. This is the first of 3. Let's go.
Well, if anybody can do this, Cal, I know it's going to be done with you leading the charge. And I'm trying to comfort and support Cal by showing my trust in him.
Okay.
Roll it.
Oh, yeah, okay, do it anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can't fix that.
Ooh. That's one hard move for me.
Yep.
These will be important, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm here to help.
You just want the attention.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Sweet.
Anyway. Let's go.
Alright. Zachariah kind of, like, Mary's looking at all this like, okay, you're really doing this? And Zachariah's like, yeah, I guess so. He looks over at Owen, who walks over to Mackenzie and is standing by as Zachariah gets her all hooked up, and gets all the other things hooked up, and basically he's got this whole thing set up, all the computers, chairs for you guys with the visors and whatnot. Nothing's on yet, but you know. He's got a monitor that's specifically for Cal, with speakers, so you'll be able to hear him. It's sort of like talking, except it's not. You'll hear him from the computer. Oh, and in his kind of weakly tone, whatnot, but he looks over at Cal. He's like, "All right, Cal, there's just one thing you gotta know when you go in there. It's going to feel weird."
I don't care.
No, I know you don't. No, I know you're doing this. I'm just saying, just be ready. It's going to feel weird.
He looks at Owen. Remember that promise I made you make to me about a day and a half ago?
One-time thing. Save your mother.
Exactly my point. This is the exception to that rule.
Yes, I know. Trust me, I know. I wasn't planning on... I think when this is done, I'm just going to stop using anything for a while.
No, when this is done, we're going to go through the research that we got back from the lizards and find a way to get that out of you.
Exactly.
He looks at you like, what?
I told you. We grabbed that computer from the Citadel. It has something in there maybe that might be able to help you out.
Cal looks at his shoulder and looks back at Owen. I got shot to get that information. You think I'm not going to use it?
You got... He just looks horrified. Like, one of those, like, oh my gosh, you have information, and oh my gosh, you got shot for it. Kind of like, happy and horrified at the same time. I don't know how that looks, but, like, So, anyway, I was like, alright. Excuse me. Owen puts his hand on the device that's on Cal's mother. And he holds out his hand for Cal. He's like, just, when you're ready, give me your hand.
Wait, 1 second.
Wait.
And you see Apollo pop out of the closet wearing a red Star Trek jumpsuit with the thing. He's like, I've always wanted to say this. Make it so.
Yeah!
When did we make Apollo captain of this ship?
Well, he's next in charge.
I think that's true, yes.
Technically, it is his shed.
Yeah.
After mine.
Not after Apollo, right?
Yeah, mine, then Apollo's.
Yeah, but then it's me, then...
No, Stink.
No.
It's my father, and then my brother, and...
Then me?
But you're on... I mean, your voice activates the protocols.
Oh, yeah, true. I'll take it.
So as I said, Owen's standing there, ready for you. Whenever Cal is ready.
Let's do this.
So, assumingly, you can then grab his hand. Alright, so once you do that, Owen kind of, like, grips your hand and he kind of nods. And in the next few moments, Cal, you definitely... Like, Owen was not wrong. You feel weird. And it is definitely the strangest sensation you have ever felt before. While it doesn't hurt, it definitely feels like your entire body is deconstructing itself. As Cal disappears. Like, in front of all of us, Cal disappears. Cal, you... Exactly. The next thing you see, so to speak, is you see, like, the room. Slightly pixelated from the monitor that Zachariah has set up. As in, like you are there now. You are in this monitor, so to speak. And there is an 8-bit version of Cal now standing on this monitor. That's what everyone outside sees.
He looks like a Mega Man.
Yes, exactly. Owen, for his part of it, after doing that, he coughs hard and looks much worse for the wear, but he's like, yeah, okay, I think it worked.
Oh, it worked.
Yeah, you guys hear his voice coming out of the speaker, and Cal, it's weird because you know you're speaking, you hear yourself, but it's not like coming out of your voice. It's like in your head. It's like the strangest thing you've ever felt, but it's there, and everyone sees you and whatnot. And Owen looks up and he just kind of nods, like, "Yeah, Cal, be careful in there."
Cal, what do you see in there?
Right now, he just sees you guys. What you said?
Lots of pixels.
Okay. Please tell me you're not going to use it the whole time.
You said I was digital. I'm going digital.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Please. Whatever. Zachariah looks over and he guides. So he points to the other computers, like for Sync, Apollo, and himself, and he put the visors on. And he's like, "All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna send Cal into this chip, and hopefully." We should be able to see what he's doing in there, and we should be able to help out where we can.
Good. So we're going to be support for Cal.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm for that.
Right. All right. So Zachariah hits a few buttons on his computer, and Cal, again, you feel like you're being just, like, moved. Like, almost like you're in an elevator that's going, like, sideways. You just feel yourself shifting, and the next thing you see is you are inside of... Well, it looks like you're inside of a room, almost, that's built out of computer chips in general. Like, it's strange. Like, you wouldn't think there's a room inside these things, but it's almost like you're in a completely different world, so to speak. There's even doors, whatnot, but they're not like the open-handled doors. They're just ones that you look like you just walk up to, and they open or not. Everybody else can see what Cal is seeing right now, if you've got the visors on and whatnot. As... What'd you say?
Are you all seeing?
Yeah, we're seeing it, Cal.
Okay,
Come in a little.
The thing is, it's so hard to understand you like that.
I had to. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Apollo, sit here, looking at the keyword sync. Sync.
What? Use your extra thumbs that you use.
Can you get the keyboard from my computer and toss it over here and help me hook it up? Because I can't type on this one.
Right. So Sync's gonna slide out of his computer, take off its visor, and he's gonna go and get Apollo's keyboard so he can plug it in. It's a specially made keyboard for him, even.
Zachariah looks at you and is like, you could have just told me that. I would have hooked that up for you while I was putting all this together.
You didn't ask.
Okay.
I mean, the guy just said he didn't have thumbs. You should have really thought about it.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still. He streams.
Using this keyboard?
Yeah. Figured that would have come up in a conversation.
Anyway,
Don't
you're all
think
set
the
to go.
plan was thought all the way through.
You're all set to go, Apollo.
Alright, so, Cal, you have 3 doors in front of you. They are numbered 1, 2, and 3, oddly enough. With a lot of zeros in front of them because computers.
There shouldn't be a 3 in there. Shouldn't be a 2 either.
It's not.
What's going on?
It's not binary.
Oh, okay.
It's
Might
okay,
all walk
Bender.
out.
2 doesn't exist.
I love that joke.
So, Zachariah pulls up the schematics, and he's like, Alright, so the only problem is I'm not entirely certain where you started from, but if I'm reading the circuits correctly, because that's where you are, you're inside the circuits, it's kind of constructed itself as basically a world in there for you to see. If I'm reading these circuits correctly, looks like you are exactly this far away from the places we need you to go. Okay. So there's 2 ways you can go here. The door number 2 doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. There's door number 1 and door number 3. Monty.
No one told me we were doing the Monty Hall paradox.
Right, exactly, yes. No, they both will lead you forward, but, let's see here. Looks like 1 is going to be more heavily guarded. The 3 is going to take longer.
Guarded? Like by what? Firewalls?
Yes.
Ooh, balls of fire. That should be fun. 1,
Cal.
do 1!
Cal,
1!
we've got 1 vote for 1. Anybody else?
I'm gonna vote for 3 just to be contrarian.
Apollo at this point has rushed into the closet and now has this gaudy costume with pockets everywhere.
What is that for?
Hold
Buddy
on.
Hall's here!
I have a very I have a very important question.
Yes.
This is being broadcast to Cal's asked this. This is being broadcast to all the monitors in the lab, right?
Not all of them. Did you want it to be all of them?
I need it to be broadcast to one more specific one.
Okay, which one?
Apollo's streaming rig.
Are you intending to stream this whole thing?
We can call it a VR. It's being called a VR thing. Absolutely.
You're the only guy I know who, while we're trying to save your mom's life, you're thinking, how can I make a stream out of this?
I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking it too.
Well, I'm not surprised by you.
Apollo, I could hear you thinking it. And now you're thinking about tuna and how your butt itches.
How do you know these things?
Zachariah just turns and looks at Owen, who just looks at him, and it looks like they have like a moment of a conversation that's not heard. And then they just like look back. He just looks back at the computer. Is like, okay, I can put that on that monitor if you'd like, I guess. So a moment later, it pops up on that monitor.
At this point, Cal's like, all right, well, let's see how all these security protocols are in place. Technically, they're partially yours, right, Zachariah?
Well, this wasn't the intended design, so I'm not entirely certain. I should know some of it, at least.
Good. Let's go. And Cal just walks over and does the, action movie star, kicks in the door.
Which
Goes
door?
kicking the door and goes, whoop, and he misses.
Right, yeah, that's what happens.
Which door did Cal kick in?
It looks like one, I think, right?
Oh, one, okay.
Alright, so, well, as Cal says, he goes to kick the door dramatically open, instead it just, like, zips upwards, and then he just, like, boom! Okay.
But that was no fun.
So, Cal, you come to a hallway, so it's pretty much, Final Fantasy 13.
Hold on.
That age
Hold
12.
that boomerang.
Yeah. No, not quite, but,
Of course you have a boomerang.
right?
You have hope, yeah.
Right, exactly.
There you go.
Because he's not hopeless anymore. So you come to a hallway, and the first thing you see is, it's strange because, you wouldn't expect something so typically Bond villainy in something along these lines, but in the hallway you see like these red laser beams that are, going, like, circling through the hallway, in one specific part that clearly looks not like it'll not be great if you touch any of them. And everybody else obviously sees this.
Can I do something?
What?
Hold on. 1 second. So you said, basically, Cal was told anything he wants to manifest in here is going to be manifested through his thoughts, correct?
Not quite, but yeah.
Well, because he's going to reach down to where his pockets would be, open the pocket, and see if he can manifest digital cornstarch. And then,
right.
so he can see where all the lasers are going to be.
Right. Yeah. Oh, no, they're very visible. Like, you don't need to do that. You see them. They're all there. They're not trying to hide.
No.
This is a manifestation of something. So, yeah. No, you see all of them. And, yeah, it looks difficult. Sink, what were you going to say?
I was actually wondering, since we can see what Cal's seeing, can I assess the situation to find the best way in or past? So I
Absolutely,
can
you can. Yes. You guys can do a lot of things because you are, like, clocked into... This is supposed to be a team effort, so...
It is a team effort.
It is, indeed.
We're doing all cool stuff.
That's why I was going...
Right. But no, yeah,
all
you
right,
can see
never
it.
mind. Let's rock with this. Got an 8. Cool beans.
Okay, ask your question.
Yep. I think this is essentially a assess situation, so that's 1. Okay. So, question is, what's the best way in, past, or / past these lasers?
All right, so, Sick, because you're criminal-minded, whatnot, this is kind of up your alley. You notice that all of these lasers, there's a certain pattern to them. And you realize you can absolutely guide Cal through this, like, slowly, but, like, step forward here, step forward there. You can get him through this, like, easily enough.
Oh, so I could just walk him through it?
Yes.
Oh, cool. So yeah, Sync's go like kind of point out like it's like okay, so go here, no go there, no not there. Okay, I turn right. No, I mean left. Right. Okay.
Hey, stop.
Gotcha.
This is a digital consciousness of mine, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Apollo, plug your controller into the box that I'm digitized in. Have him control me that way.
Ooh.
Well, there we go. Why don't we just do this from the start?
What type of controller do you want, Sync? I got 360.
Well,
I got
he's 8
Super
bits.
NES.
He's 8 bits, so we clearly need an NES controller.
I got 64 controller.
NES.
I can give you a Game Boy Advance too. You can.
Let's do the SNES. Let's do that.
Hashtag dogbone.
Yes.
Hashtag dogbone.
So yeah, Sync takes Apollo's controller, plugs it in there.
It's like a first-person
Hey,
game with it's a first-person view game with a controller right now.
There we go.
So Cal, you've had this weird feeling of like not being in control of your own actions as Sync is guiding you through this whole thing and whatnot, which he is able to do because he's assessed the situation quite well enough and asked the right question too. He can he gets you through.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say.
So once we get once we get to the end, Cal's gonna stop, turn back around, so it looks like he's looking right at Sync. Hey, listen!
Can I see that controller, Sync?
There you go.
That probably hits a couple buttons, and Cal slaps himself in the face.
I was gonna say Cal dabs.
Yes.
You did the hey, listen. No, you get slapped in the face.
How did you make that controller combination happen to work on a 16-bit controller with no thumbs?
He's a professional, Cal.
Owen, by the way, at that question, Owen's kind of giggling a little bit.
Owen, you said you were using your powers only to get me in here.
Just had to have a little bit of fun. It wasn't that hard to get that set up that way.
I'm getting custom built controllers now.
Zachariah's like rubbing his forehead. It's like, guys, can we get back to the matter at hand, possibly?
Yep.
No,
Cal will continue forward.
Okay. So, because this is a maze, we come to a fork in the road. There is a hallway going left and a hallway going right. Which Zachariah looks at the schematics and is like, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure which way to go. Could be either of them.
Well, let's take a look. Cal's gonna kneel down, look at the fork, look around, and he is going to assess the situation.
All right, go right ahead.
Not as good as I want it to be, but
oh, but
There you
good
go.
enough.
that's well guilty, by the way.
Wow, nice. So that's 2 questions, right?
That is.
Cool.
Okay, so first things first. What here can I use to figure out the proper direction to go?
Well, normally you would think your senses and whatnot, but more specifically, you see a panel in the wall, which upon walking up to it and tapping it, it opens up, and you don't understand the language and whatnot, but there's a computer language on there that has a lot of readings on it, which Zachariah immediately goes, oh.
Hold on. I have a comment here. Hey, Sync, you're seeing this, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a language you understand. It's C++.
Low blow, Cal.
Wow.
Low blow.
Owen mutters, "You sure the pluses are correct?" Just so curiosity.
Well, it's better than the basic you've been using.
Oh.
And the second question here is, how could we best end this quickly?
Trying to figure out what this is. If you mean the whole thing,
Well, technically the assess is about this particular trap in the maze.
okay, got you. So, using the panel and the information that's on there, together, hopefully the team will be able to figure out which way you're supposed to go. But Zachariah immediately pops up with, well, I can read that. Most of it. Sort of. It's encrypted.
What's it say?
Well, it's an encryption. But, yeah, this is definitely new. So, it looks like the way to go is dependent entirely on your intentions.
What's that mean?
If
It means what he plans to do.
C+.
Oh.
Plus.
Yes. Thanks.
it's an if-then kind of a thing, in computer terms, but
So basically, this is
it's almost
a master-slave command relationship.
something like that, yeah. So, if your intention is to disable the device, okay, and then if your intention is to short out the device, gosh, this is like a riddle. Okay.
Well, option 3, my intention is to remove the device.
It's just two paths, Cal. There's not a third one.
Which should still be disabling the device, removing it. Zachariah looks at you guys, he's like, oh, oh, shoot, is it here? Hold on a second.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, just hold on a second. I'm looking for something. Or looking at something, I should say.
Every time I watch these cartoons, they have two people here, one telling the truth and one lying, but I don't see that here.
Oh, I always hate that puzzle.
Right?
I always guess wrong.
Yeah, indeed. Okay. Is anyone here really good at riddles? Zachariah.
Is that a GM question? Okay.
No, Zachariah's asking.
Yeah, what do you got?
Well,
While you're pausing to answer, Apollo has hopped back in the closet and has popped out in a Riddler costume.
How many of those do you have?
probably as many as he needs.
Exactly.
Did you know? Did you know that the duty-free Halloween costume store has a credit card?
Huh.
Because I do.
Everything.
Nice. Because the thing here.
What do you think I spend all my Twitch revenue on?
You should see the Doogie Howser costume.
Right. Zachariah's like, so the riddle here is basically, if your intentions are pure, and I don't know why this is here, just saying, if your intentions are pure and of one of saving, choose the path on the right. If not, take the path on the right. I don't know what that means.
If your intentions are one of saving?
Yes. Which doesn't make any sense, but my guess is that that is manifested because he's inside the computer like that. This is probably
Right.
some just computer-based protocol that's just manifesting itself like this.
What's the difference between choosing and taking?
Was there anything else on that panel?
Cal looks back at the panel.
So, there is actually something else on that panel. There's, buttons.
Ooh.
One on the right, one on the left.
To take the path would mean to walk down it. To choose the path, whoop, pushes the button that says right.
So, when you hit the right button...
Because it was choose, if Savior choose, not take, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I remember that.
Yep, you're good. So when you hit the button and the both paths actually just kind of the walls start moving and both paths actually converge into one going straight forward.
Ooh. That's a nice trick.
Interesting. That is a very strange protocol. Who the heck invented that?
Sounds like a gamer to me.
Cal just looks and goes, whose woods these are, I think I know.
Fair enough.
His house is in the village, though.
Right. So the path in front of you is clear. Right. Alright. So the next thing you come to, yes. The next thing,
Again!
all right. The next thing you come into is kind of this large area. It's a circular, like the room's almost circular or whatnot. But the moment you step inside, you are greeted by three. You are greeted by three Mets.
Three what?
Mets.
Mentors from Mega Man?
Yes.
With the yellow hard hat and everything?
Yep.
They're so adorable!
Indeed.
Let's do that. They're baseball players, so your odds are pretty good either way.
Well, I like my odds of winning better against the baseball players.
Right.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, that hard hat
I love
is...
you, Mr. Cab. I'm sorry.
Because as we all know, that hard hat is like literally the most indestructible thing in the history of video games. So...
Fits him.
Right. So they are directly in your path, and one of them pops up and fires a little laser towards you. It misses, but just to give you the idea that they're ready to attack you.
Hey, Apollo.
Yes.
Have you beaten this level before?
Toss me the controller.
Okay. Six gonna toss Apollo the controller.
Well, Zachary, it's like you know, I did install like certain things in this program, more specifically on Cal, that all three of you, including Cal, have things you can do. Just basically his way of saying that you guys can all attack using Cal.
What?
I was just gonna push the attack button.
There you go.
It's A.
Wait,
It's A for attack.
This sounds cool.
Yes.
What kind of things are we talking about? Is like Cal got a weapon select?
Sort of something like this, like Zachariah, like
Let's see, my thought process before you say anything is Chammy, I know you've played Mega Man Battle Network. Are we basically going battle chips on Cal?
I'm
yeah.
not entirely certain what that means, but
You just install the right ones. He's good to go.
right.
Or dress spheres.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
dress
dress spheres,
spheres.
right, yeah. So, yeah. In other words, all three of you can do things with Cal, because Cal's there, and whatnot. So, theoretically
Sounds
speaking,
really bad.
we are currently engaging in a battle as a team against a powerful foe.
Only because they have the hard hat.
Exactly!
Exactly.
Because they have the hard hats. So,
Stupid hard hat.
right. So, I'm guessing, well, I'll let you tell me who the leader of this team is.
I mean, Cal's the guy who's in the suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apollo has the controller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe that. I gave him the controller.
Yeah. Okay.
This is basically a video game. This is Apollo's realm.
This really is his thing.
Right.
Cal is trusting Apollo here. Apollo's on operation.
Fair enough. So I think, does Apollo have influence over everybody? I think so. Yeah, he does. Right.
There's only one person who no longer has influence over everybody.
Which is you, which is why I was...
Yes.
Yeah. Which is why you did everything you could to not be the leader.
No, because I purposely thought Apollo has the controller. It makes sense.
It does. I agree with that.
You're the one in there. So... is
You
anybody...
say that, and I pushed the button to make Apollo, to make his arm go up.
Right. So, anybody here mistrust anyone on the team?
Not I.
Alright, you're not off balance because, I mean, you walked into this and saw them on the ground, and it's not like they surprised you. What's the other reason to take team away?
Everyone has the same purpose.
Same purpose. I mean, you guys are literally all in the same body, so I'm just going to say yes, you are. I'm not even going to ask. You guys are, like, literally controlling the same person, so...
We get all the team.
Well, you got 5 now. So... Alright, so... the Mets are currently ducked down. So, I'm going to start, since Apollo's got the controller, I'm going to start with Apollo.
Okay. So, how does this actually work?
You basically can do whatever you want to and that's what Cal does.
Oh, so like normal.
Basically, yeah.
Make something up.
Oh, what silly thing can I do here? Are the Mets standing up or down?
Right now, they're down.
Okay. So, Apollo made the bracelet that he's got on him. So, he's going to hit a couple buttons on the controller, and this giant hammer is going to pop out for Cal to slam into the ground to flip the Mets over.
Nice. Alright, roll to directly engage.
We're going to resist or avoid blows.
Okay. So you have Cal, like, you know, just run forward, and suddenly Big Hammer just manifests as he jumps up, slams into the ground with this hammer, and these Mets just kind of flip over. They're on their head, like. One of them shoots directly towards Cal, but misses because you resisted.
Works.
So, Sync.
What?
There's player 2.
There is, yes. So these guys are flipped over. Clearly, Cal just needs to shoot them, right?
You possibly. What do you want to have Cal do? You have a keyboard in front of you. You can type. You have WSAD.
Oh yeah.
And a mouse.
So these guys are just all flipped over. Is there anything else in the room that we can see here, or is it just...
At the moment, that's all you see right now is those 3.
Okay. Well...
Or specifically, it's all
cheat
Cal
the system
sees.
a little bit.
Okay.
So these guys are flipped over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sig's gonna see if he can... He's played enough Portal to figure out how things work.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna see if he can, like, kind of force a portal to manifest in front of Cal for him to shoot into, and another portal to manifest above the Mets to shoot down into their soft underbellies.
Okay. Roll to unleash your powers.
Yay. It's gonna be raining bullets. Woo!
All right. So, Cal, you see this. You're not entirely certain how this happens, but you see 6 portals open up around you.
Rendered in glorious 8 bits.
Mm-hmm. And Zachariah is staring at the screen like, how in the world did you do that?
Am I a hacker now?
Oh, and he's like, no.
Oh.
Cal, you've got portals in a clear shot.
Liquid metal mets.
No, not liquid metal. Liquid candy.
Take it you're going to directly engage then, or?
Actually, this is the digital world, so Cal's gonna have a little fun.
Yes.
So he sees a bunch of portals, looks, we get the look of like him calculating the geometric path in his head real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's like, I know what I'm gonna do. He manifests he manifests the hammer back into a plasma Mega Man gun,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just fires, and we don't see what it is. He just fires these capsules, and I'll tell you what's in the capsules based on my roll.
Okay.
I love variety.
Mm-hmm. 8.
Ooh.
So what these are plungers.
Like from Slapshot?
Well,
Or Quackshot, whatever.
yes, basically, because he's in the digital world, is having fun with this. I'm going to resist or avoid their blows.
Yes.
But basically, they all just got plungered in the face.
Right. Yes. So each one of them gets hit, and just like in the video games, you see them kind of blink as they get hit. You know, like once to signify they've taken damage. But they so they look, they don't say anything because you know they're Mets and whatever. So they all take their spotlight, if you will, to stand back up. But they're standing up. They're not ducked down in helmet mode. As they look slightly confused at everything that's happened. Apollo. These Mets are standing up and looks like ready to be shot in the face. What do you want to do?
Fire the M&M mini machine gun.
M&M's inside of a video game?
Why not? Roll the directly engage.
How silly.
I mean, you know, Mega Man's basically a bunch of pellet eggs.
Yes. He's shooting lemons. Oh, can I use a team?
I mean, Cal could easier, but sure, you could if you
Oh,
like.
yeah. You want to use it, Cal?
Yeah, Cal. Basically, so I'm gonna make sure picture this little minigun pops up on Cal's shoulder.
Mhm.
He goes to fire, and Cal looks and goes, "Oh crap!" Reaches into his pocket and loads the chamber with M&M's minis.
I was thinking you were going to more like aim it, like no, pal, over here. Like, but that works too. So
It's funnier to load. It's funnier to load it.
I agree. No, they're fine. All right, team spent. Click 1.
We'll keep resisting or avoiding blows.
Alrighty, so you fire the minigun, and again, you see them flashing as they take damage, and this time, they do that little, like, exploding thing with all of the white circles, just kind of... the room is now currently Met-free.
Do we have to wait for the Mets to disappear, or the bubbles to disappear before we can move?
Yes. Yes. Cal, you're suddenly just like, for some odd reason, you feel like you can't do anything for a moment, and then the bubbles clear off here, and you could suddenly move again.
Congratulations, you got error code.
Yep.
Zachariah says, I would be careful, though, because I think that's it's a sign that things know you're in here.
What kind of AI is in this thing?
It's firewalls. It's just that they're manifesting themselves apparently in the style of Mega Man because that's what Cal went in there as.
Yeah, there are worse things.
Yeah, I don't have the blues.
There you go.
I love that at least one person understood that.
Oh, yeah.
Nora looks confused.
Yeah, he looks beat to me.
Why am I confused?
I mean, bad puns are our forte.
Oh no, he's leaving! We're in trouble!
So there's the path is currently clear, but you also notice that the walls start kind of like flashing red here and there, as in there's an alert.
Oh, is there? It looks like there is. Does there look like there's a door?
Oh, it's a hallway. Still going forward.
I'm gonna keep running, cannon up, and just run and gun.
All right.
Jump and shoot, man.
Yep. So as you run, the next thing you run into is
I'm just imagining on one of OPT's screens, there's just a list of Mega Man villains.
I actually should pull that up. I was literally just thinking that. Crap, I need more Mega Man guys. You see a bunch of look like spider bots on the walls as you're running down this now very narrow hallway.
Alright.
Sync, I guess you're up.
Cal, I gotta help you clear these guys out. And I know enough about Mega Man to know the best weapon in the entire series. I gotta make sure you have it right now. So Sync starts typing a few things to sum up the coolest thing you can think of. The Skull Shield.
Okay.
It's got skulls on it. It's radical.
Apollo just looks over and says, "Have you played any of these games?"
But it's got skulls on it. It's black and...
Give him Rush Jet.
Caelus goes, "Are you two done fighting?"
No!
Yes! Skull
Okay.
Shield! Boom!
Alright, roll to directly engage, I guess.
It's like a shield. I don't know what you'd put that under, but yeah.
Because you're using it to attack,
I guess. At least it does damage when it touches things.
right?
I don't get a bonus or anything, right?
No.
I'm sorry, Cal.
Hey!
Oh, sweet.
What do you choose?
Cal's gonna use team
Oh, okay.
because Cal sees spiders and spider webs in the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sync some of this really cool skull shield, and Cal goes, "I got one better. Punisher mode activate, and as they fly off, they're flaming skulls."
Another cool Capcom game. Makes sense.
Nice. Alright, so pick
That's
two.
fire.
Pick two then.
Alright, well, we have a resistor of ward their blows because shield.
Right.
And let's go with create an opportunity for our allies, which is Cal, to get through there.
I mean, he gets through there because of the successful hit in the first place. But
Fair enough.
the opportunity will come later. Actually, it comes up right now because Cal runs through, just slams through that. All of them just explode and whatnot. You come up against, you immediately run into. You remember that? That guy with the shield and the little green guy at the shield. What's his name? Sniper Joe. I guess?
Sniper Joe.
Joe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you run into him, but one of the opportunity I'm going to give you is that because when you shoot the skull shield, it keeps going forward, right? Well, because it's on fire, it kept going, and it's now slammed into Sniper Joe, and his shield's on fire, and so is the rest of his armor suit. So, he's completely distracted. If you want to just run past him.
Yep. Cal doesn't want his flank to be,
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna look, see he's distracted, and then we're just gonna get a close-up panel of Cal and smiling, and then we get to the end. Again, I will explain what I'm doing depending on the role, because if I mess up, this is a different description.
Are
But I am
you
directly engaged.
okay? Add a +1 to it for the distraction.
There we go.
Good
And
thing
skin of your
too.
teeth.
So Cal sees this. He stops. He starts. He jumps, and then you hear da 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 da, and he stomps on him like a Goomba.
So it flattens. Like as you do that, it flattens into a pancake on the floor.
This is totally resistor avoid blows, by the way.
I assumed, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And now when Cal lands, he's no longer in Mega Man getup. He's dressed. He's dressed as a plumber.
Got the overalls with the red suit or whatever.
Yep. No. It's not a red suit. It's his normal color scheme.
Okay.
But instead of the M, it's got a C for Cal.
Nice. I thought it'd have like a cat face, but paw print.
No, because the letter changes depending on whose turn it is.
Oh, fair.
The symbol changes.
Nice.
Brilliant.
That is brilliant, actually. Okay, so. Alright, Cal, you come to the next area, whatnot, and Zachariah is sitting there like, man, you're getting through this pretty well. You're getting close. So, but the next thing you come to is a room. This is exactly what I was expecting it to be, guys.
You were not expecting me to go Mega Man into Mario.
Okay, Mega Man, no, but...
And you weren't expecting him to go in there.
Well, I mean, that's true, but otherwise, it's pretty much the same thing. The next thing you come to is... It's a large room. It's kind of rectangular, except that there's a giant chasm in the center. That looks like it's just a very deep black pit. Of course, the way across, the way to continue is across this big giant nothing. It is, in fact, see, Cal just went, so it's Apollo.
Yes. So Apollo starts typing a bunch of things in. There's now a hook shot in front of Cal. I don't care what you want me to call him.
I was going to say, I'm trying to think here. What would that even be?
That'd probably be a freak, I imagine.
Yeah,
like
unleash your powers, yeah.
Creating stuff, yeah.
Oh.
I can add 2. Or no, yeah, I can add 2, but make it destructive or rule breaking.
I'm just going to assume it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that there. Right, so, well, no. It does. You know, a hookshot goes off. And you, so here's what happens. Hookshot goes off. Boom. It slams into the wall, and Cal starts flying across. Except that he goes really fast, really hard, into the wall. So...
Bonk.
Yes.
Apollo immediately looks over at the stream, and the view count's just ratcheting up as this is happening.
Cal, I'm going to need you to roll to take a powerful blow, but I'm going to have some extra... I'm going to have something happen depending on your roll, so don't worry too much about it.
This is a bonus blow.
Sort of, yeah. Okay, so here's what happens, though. So you're not going to pick...
Wow.
Yeah, you're not going to pick anything off these lists, because here's what happens. You take a big shock, right? And Zachariah notices this, and is... Like, he starts jumping in and starts typing on the computer or whatnot, because he sees a surge happening, and he goes to stop it. When he does so, or at least when he tries to, his computer setup, and he just gets completely zapped by, like, whatever he was trying to do to stop your overload from happening, and he, like, basically falls out of his chair and is unconscious on the floor.
Mr. Zenek, oh gosh.
AKA, that was like your shield.
Yeah.
Owen, of course, Mary runs over, and Owen kind of staggers over. They're all like, oh my gosh, whatnot. But Zachariah is out of the picture for the moment. He's not dead or nothing. He's just, like, unconscious.
But still,
Yeah,
like...
He took a major 14 blow.
Zachariah's down, Cal.
Okay, Apollo.
Yeah.
A little too much tension on the spring.
I made it the long shot. I wasn't sure.
Next time, double claw shot.
So
Cal, dusts himself off. There's the Cal-sized imprint in the wall.
yeah, exactly.
And then, because when we saw Cal get the hook shot, he was still dressed like a plumber. He comes out of the wall and he's in a green tunic.
Exactly.
Of course.
So, all right. So, thankfully, the schematic is still up and whatnot on Zachariah's computer, which Owen notices, and he kind of looks over the chair. He's like, "Hey, tell him he's pretty close. Looks like."
Cal, Owen says you're pretty close. Owen, why don't you get in the chair?
Okay. Kind of shrugs, sits down, and puts the get up on. As he does so, he's like, "Wow, this is really cool."
No, I hate green.
No, that looks horrible on you, but no, I meant the whole thing. Otherwise, yeah, it looks.
I mean, I guess I should be thankful. At least this isn't the version with the talking cat.
Yeah, that was a really weird game. I don't know about that one.
Oh, you want Cappy?
He said
Apollo-
talking. No,
Apollo quickly punches in a few keywords, and the hat's now voiced by
Cat.
Apollo. No.
Cat.
I figured it was a Minish
Yeah.
Cap, but now it's not.
As Apollo.
Yep. You want this, or I can just... Hey, listen!
He takes off the hat, walks over to the end of the ravine, and just dangles the hat out.
No!
If you're gonna make me slap myself, if I'm gonna drop a navi, I'm gonna drop you if you drop a navi.
I won't do it again. My bad. I didn't actually make you slap yourself. That was the technical answer.
Anyway, where's the next path?
Well, directly in front of you, kind of arches around and whatnot, but you come to a giant room with, in the center of it, you see this glowing power circle, like sphere kind of thing, that's being, like, in place, and it's clearly, like, shooting electricity into, like, the ceiling and the floor. It's got, like, these two conductors, like, sticking out. You're in the power source of the place, basically.
Whoa.
It's massive, it's large, and it looks flipping amazing.
I guess this is it, huh?
This is where we shut it down.
How?
Well, simple, really. Electricity is formulated and created when there's a full conduit circuit. All we have to do is interrupt the circuit.
Okay. And how do we do that?
Looks around. You just see, hold on, Cal runs off to the side, comes back, and you just hear as he's pushing a pot one tile at a time.
I was not expecting the pot, I'll be honest. What are you doing with said pot, just out of curiosity?
He's basically he's trying to push it to the point where he can push it in and have the pot interrupt the circuit flow of the electricity.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Right. So, as you're pushing, coming out of the floor are two creatures wrapped up in bandages.
Gibdos or Redeads?
Gibdos.
That's
Appropriate.
nightmarish, but
Yeah, well, no, appropriate that I have to save my mother by killing mummies.
yeah. Oh. Wow.
So two of them, like, pop up in front of you. I don't remember whose go it is, so Cal, let's just start
Sink.
with you.
It is
Sink.
Sink's go.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
jeez.
Sink, you've got two... Cal has two, basically, Gibdo-looking things from the Link to the Past in front of you. No, wait, it's 8-bit, NES era.
They can still be Gibdos.
No, they're Gibdos, yeah, they're just like...
Well, crud. Actually, Cal, let's get these guys to stop moving. Let's see, what's that awesome weapon that they use in Zelda all the time? The boomerang! Best weapon in the game!
Alright. You're gonna toss a boomerang at him?
To freeze the Gibdos in place so they don't interrupt my buddy.
Okay. So... go
Spoiler,
ahead.
it's wooden.
Yep, go ahead. Roll to directly engage.
Aw.
I mean, you're throwing a boomerang at somebody.
Right! I'm always gonna be sad when I have to directly engage. Because this happens. Wait, I got a hit!
Hey, there you go.
I'm gonna use team to get the 10.
Okay.
I'm gonna hack in and make the boomerang blue.
There we go.
Sure that isn't an automatic miss?
Range. It needs the range.
Fair. Alright, so pick two then.
I ran back from the other room to do that.
Let's see, resist or avoid their blows, and take something from them, their movement.
Okay. So they're stuck in place. They're still in the way.
We're just like being back and forth.
Right, yeah. So they're stuck in place. They're still in the way, but they're, well, in the direct way, I should say, but they're not moving. And they're like,
So since they're not moving, Cal's gonna run up, grab the two ends of their bandages, tie them to the hook shot, and fire the hook shot down the hallway where he came from.
directly engage, I think.
I think that fits.
Yeah.
Is this directly engage or is it unleash your powers?
I think it's directly engage, personally, but
Okay,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
no, I mean, well,
I only ask because I'm technically affecting the environment.
yeah, but you are doing it to them.
Okay, no, either way.
Yeah, I think that.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think directly engage is fine.
Definitely a fringe case.
Yeah.
There we
Boom.
go.
All right, so pick two then.
And I was afraid with that, by the way.
I was
I'm
afraid too, buddy.
Yep, I am going to resist or avoid their blows,
Okay.
and I'm going to take something from them.
Mm-hmm.
Their bandages.
Okay. So
But aren't Gibdos without bandages?
nothing
Exactly.
Redeads.
or that, right? So these. So you shoot the thing, the hook shot down the way, and they the bandages all like unravel and whatnot, and sure enough, when they're done, there's nothing but nothing there. But as they are basically defeated, one more thing does appear. And since we're apparently still in Legend of Zelda land, what you see in front of you is a giant pig, it's all blue, standing on two legs with a pitchfork.
I think that's the final boss, Cal.
Cal just smiles, reaches back. Let's do this.
Owen gets on the comment and says, "Be careful, Cal. I'm seeing that this thing's power level's pretty high."
How high is
I'm
it?
gonna tell you right now. If you tell me it's over 9,000, I'm sending a backlash wave at you as well.
It's 1,006.
It's not nearly as bad.
Apollo, it's your turn. Cal's fighting Ganon.
I hate you all.
What?
We've gone on a full 8-bit adventure today. Mega Man, Mario, and Zelda.
Exactly.
So Apollo starts looking through the guide that he's got. Where is the code for bow? I cannot find the code for bow in here. Where is it?
It's like, isn't that the last thing you're supposed to do?
Well,
Oh, you're never gonna find the bow, Apollo.
we'll start with this. So Apollo finds the sword upgrades and sends in a magical sword
Nice.
for Cal to stab the piggy with.
All right.
Probably directly engage. We're swinging sword.
Yeah. Go directly engage. Boom! Pick 2. You guys are rolling well tonight.
Thank goodness. 'Cause
Yeah.
Cal's in trouble.
Yeah, we'll do resist and avoid, and we'll take something away from him. He's frozen.
Okay.
Oh.
So he's frozen in place.
Stun lock!
He's got him stun locked.
Right.
This is so radical.
Sink. You're up. You've
I
got
mean,
him.
we gotta keep the stun lock
You got him
going.
stun locked. Yeah.
He needs the bow! I don't know where it is!
Alright, fine. I saw this really cool thing in a Zelda guide. I'm gonna give him the best bow that I've seen. And so, Sig summons up a bow for Cal, but somehow it's a bow that has bombs at the end of it.
Bomb arrows.
Bomb arrows.
Yes.
Roll to unleash your powers.
Here we go. This is gonna be the bad roll, by the way, where I get the +3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ooh,
Well,
okay.
Okay, so it's either unstable or temporary, or take a condition.
I'll take the condition. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can. No, yeah, it's you.
Sweet. Definitely taking the condition there.
All right. Which one?
Probably gonna take insecure, because he's not quite sure about his video game knowledge.
All right, Cal, you have been given by by Sync, a bow with bomb arrows in front of a Ganon that you currently have stun locked.
Did you enter the right code in there, Sync? Because those don't have color.
I can work with this. Cal looks around, looks at Ganon, frozen, standing in front of the giant electrical surge panel, and just smiles and gets an idea, and just fires 3 bomb arrows at Ganon's feet.
All right, roll to directly engage. Boom! Pick 2.
I'm resisting or avoiding his blows, and I'm taking something from him.
Which would be?
His positioning. I'm pushing him back into the electrical current.
Okay. So you do this. So you boom,
I'm
boom.
making bacon.
Right.
Nice.
You boom, boom, and whatnot, and he gets pushed back and whatnot, even into the electricity and whatnot, and gets a little. You can smell singed piggy fur.
Guys, make a note on my things. We need to work on smell-o-vision because I don't know about the rest of you, but he's maple cured.
Just
I believe it.
so he lets out this
Not my
loud.
favorite. That's not bad.
He lets out this loud scream and whatnot as he takes his weapon and just slams it into the ground really hard. Actually, ends up starting to break the floor up around him. Not around him per se, but he's basically made a giant gap in the floor in front of him right now. But he's huge, so he manages to actually just teleports over it because that's all Ganon does. He disappears and reappears, and he's right next to you, Cal.
No, yeah. Well, no, he doesn't teleport. He moves in a figure-8 pattern.
That's right. Yes, right. So he just goes around. So he pops up in front of you again. But it's your move.
No, it's Apollo's move.
That's right. I keep forgetting it. Right. Apollo, you're up.
Hey, Cal, are there any torches in there?
Yeah, why?
Here, use this. Apollo sends in a flaming torch to shoot at the torches. Oh, freak.
We've graduated to 16-bit.
What's this doing again? I'm sorry.
Lighting the room.
Oh,
Lighting
okay.
the torches
Perfect.
So I can see Ganon when
Perfect.
he's not invisible.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So,
So we're lighting the room, so we're resisting or avoiding blows.
that's a free.
We can see him now.
You rolled to
Oh,
unleash your
free.
powers,
Oh, yeah, fine.
which is
I
fine.
lost
Yeah.
it.
So is it unstable temporary, or did you want to take a condition?
Temporary.
Okay.
So
The torches will
we didn't
eventually go
torch
out.
Twitch.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So you light the room up, and now you see Ganon completely, clearly, whatnot. As it looks like he's coming in for an attack, but Sync, you're up before he can do anything. But he's clearly attacking Cal.
Oh, jeez. I mean, the correct thing would be to do a spin attack. But... I mean, it's all I can think of right now, just doing a really awesome spin attack. It's kind of boring.
It's not boring.
Alright, so... Cal, do a spin attack to attack the pigman!
Alright, roll
You
to
need a spin attack. Here, roll one, then I'll react.
Okay, is that danger?
Yep, roll and directly engage.
Cool means. Yep. There it goes.
So Cal spins, and
Boink.
all it did is get me dizzy.
That's right, all it does is get you dizzy. And unfortunately for that, Ganon ends up punching you right in the face. So, yeah. Cal, I need you to roll to take another powerful blow for me.
That's bad.
Okay.
That's really bad.
So, Sink, you look over. You remember what happened to Zachariah, right?
Owen, look out!
Well, Owen's there, and he says out loud, there's a surge coming. And he starts to do the same thing Zachariah did.
Can I defend Owen?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to take the surge myself.
That's kind of, yeah. You don't even need to roll for that, because that's a...
No, I'm saying I'm going to take the powerful blow.
Yeah, exactly. So, he starts to do something, and Cal, you just tell me what you do, say whatever, as he starts to...
Well, I think it only makes sense to being hit with a powerful surge and getting punched in the face by a giant pig monster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to lose control of myself and my powers in a terrible way.
Oh. God, I was hoping for this moment, and now I don't remember what it's going to be. So, because, well, I didn't expect Ganon to be here.
See, we finally surprised you.
Yeah,
Nobody ever expects the Spanish Pigquisition.
Exactly. Okay, so...
You were planning on Dr. Wiley.
Right. No, yeah.
Dr.
I wasn't
Wiley?
really planning on Mega Man either, so... Cal, you get, just socked right in the face. And you feel the surge happening, and you know what happened to Zachariah, because they told you. So, before you can, before that gets, before Owen can do anything at all, you basically let that surge happen to you as that racks through your body. Despite being digital, you can actually feel it. It hurts massively. You get thrown backwards, and the pot that you were going to use, gets just smashed into pieces. I need you to mark a condition for me. And any advantage as far as, any opportunity that you've had against Ganon is now gone.
He's insecure. So Cal slowly pulls himself up out of the wreckage.
Mm-hmm.
Cracks his neck. Cracks his shoulders. All right, pig boy. That's how you want to play. That's how we'll play. I got a new trick for you. And Cal clicks his heels, and these red boots appear on them, and he just charges forward with a Pegasus dash.
Roll the dark engage. Indeed. All right, pick one.
Yeah, he charges forward. And so he basically, this is how it whole plays out. Clicks his heels together 3 times. The red boots appear on him. He starts charging forward. There's no place like home, bitch. He stabs through him.
All right.
I'm going to resist or avoid blows.
I figured as much, yeah. So you smash into him with the sword, and like the Pegasus, whatnot. You just slam into him hard. You just feel that sword just like slam into this guy. Ganon like screams and then turns completely blue. Apollo,
It's your opportunity.
Cal just has loaded me up, and he has the bow in his hand.
I don't have to find these. I always do. So Apollo hits a couple buttons, and a second bow appears.
Cal holds them both.
Fire away.
roll to directly engage, Apollo.
Dual wielding bows.
No, it's just progressively upgraded.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Cal is going to use the team here.
I know exactly how you should, but that's just me.
Exactly how I should.
He didn't load up
Go
silver
ahead.
arrows.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yes, okay, good.
Yeah, that's it. So Apollo sends a second bow. Cal goes. Seat looks up, puts the bows together, looks down, looks at his arm. It turns into his gauntlet. Opens a chamber on his other arm, fills it with this molten metal, which obviously is molten silver.
Mm-hmm.
Pushes the button down. He makes his own silver arrow and fires.
Nice.
So you fire that silver arrow, and it goes directly into... Where does it go? Into his heart or his head?
We're going full Bon Jovi here.
That didn't answer
Right,
my...
straight to the heart. It's
Straight to the heart,
nice.
right, yeah. Right, yeah, okay, gotcha, right. So you smash him right in the heart with that, and he just pixelizes, just pow! Like, flashes and everything, and you see a triangle drop on the ground.
Cal will go pick up the Triforce of Power.
Yes. You feel powerful. That's about it,
Does
though.
the door behind the electric wave unlock now? Toosh.
No, there's no door behind the electric wave. You are
Hold your
not...
sword up, hold your sword up, hold your sword, don't look on the edge.
That's right. So, you are now in front of the power source with nothing to stop you from doing anything you can figure out how to destroy it.
Well, Cal looks around. He's got all of these weapons.
Yeah.
He looks, and he's just going to start just like it's a power source. So he knows how to work. He knows his way around these. For basically dismantling the easy bake ovens.
Yes.
For weaponizing them.
Yes.
So he's going to put his weaponized easy bake oven training to basically use the tools he has on him as Link to dismantle the power source of this techno chip inside his mother's head, while a digital version of Mega Man, Mario, and Link.
I think that's a roll to unleash your powers.
I can see that.
What else were you thinking? I'm sorry. Always prepared?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's fine too.
He does have all the weapons.
Yeah, no, that's fine too.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I have all these weapons. Okay, thanks
Yeah.
to Link. I want to proc always prepared.
Yeah, no, all you had to do is say that. I don't think about those things. I just think,
Hey,
hey, so...
I'm going to mark my last condition again. Because he's not sure if this is going to work.
Right.
So he's placing all these things. He's got bombs strategically placed. It's basically a Rube Goldberg machine to shut this thing down. And he's going to mark hopeless because he's not sure if this is going to work.
So, here's the question. What's the first part of this Rube Goldberg machine?
The first part of this Rube Goldberg machine is, if you remember the Gibdo and the wrap that was thrown out in the hallway, the first part of this Rube Goldberg machine is he goes back to where he placed it, picks up the hook shot, hits the button, and the hook shot comes back in. As it rolls in, he throws the bundle of bandages, and it acts like a bowling ball to hit the Kana Samaria block. That's going to start rolling the bomb down the hill. That's going to blow up and tip the pot over. That's going to launch... It's going to launch the fire rod in the air. It's going to light the candle wick. That's going to burn through. It's going to cause the ice rod to roll down. When the ice rod rolls down, it's going to freeze. It's going to freeze and make brittle the chair that he set up that the sword is sitting on, and the sword is going to fall down right into the middle of the power supply and short it out.
It's exactly what happens, too. So, the sword plunges into this power supply, and, it just starts sparking all over the place. And it takes a little bit, but it just shuts... At some point, it just shuts off, because it's like... the sword inside of it just starts pulling all the electric power out of it, whatnot. And at some point, the orb just goes completely dark. Now, I was able to make a hard move earlier. Here's what it is. Cal, you now notice in the corner of your eyesight a 3-minute timer.
Wait, I know this one.
Cal just looks up. Crap. And then so basically, here's what we get. We get the comic panel that's Cal in the Link outfit, looking up and seeing the 3-minute timer. Crap. We get the next panel of Cal back in the same spot where he was in Link armor, but instead he's in the Samus suit.
Yep.
And just starts running.
Right. So, you start running and you notice the room with the large cavern. It's no longer got a large cavern. It's basically like a straight dart, like it's a straight run forward. Any security for the most part is gone, with one. Damn it! I didn't think of that. So, with one or two exceptions here, but you running and whatnot. But the you get to the lasers. Remember the first thing, the lasers? They're not in the same pattern anymore, and your time is running slightly short. No, I mean, you got there pretty quickly, but you still got like 2 minutes left, but...
Cal looks, Apollo. Time to shine, Spark.
Shine Spark.
Shine
I
Spark.
don't play this game.
Then at least activate Speed Booster.
Oh, that's... Yeah. Bam! He smashes the keyboard.
What the heck? Unleash your powers, maybe?
I mean, yeah, you're getting around
That's true,
the
yeah.
weird device.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Alright. Unstable temporary or condition?
Temporary.
Okay. So...
We just need to get through the lasers. That's temporary enough.
That is temporary enough, absolutely. So, Cal, you back up, speed boost straight through. The lasers, as you clip them, you notice the timer just like drops fast. That's the penalty for hitting lasers, but you've still got clearly enough time to get back to the spot you came into, where once you get there, your little bracelet starts like flashing.
So Cal looks where it's flashing, stops for a second, turns around, goes and opens door number 2, and lets the animals out.
Yay!
Dang it.
You know what we voted.
Yep. Always say, kill the frame, save the animal.
I should seriously have you roll to defend, but I'm not going to.
No, do it. Do it.
Oh, no. Don't do
No.
it. Don't.
No.
Do
We can't
it.
make another miss right now.
We can't afford that. I will moment of truth to save the damn animal.
Dang it, I should have done it.
Do it.
No.
Oh,
I already said I wasn't. I already made a decision. Alright, so you...
Save the animals and then hop on the teleporter pad.
Right. So, which is basically you hitting your little button thing. So, you get on the pad, whatnot, and the next thing Cal sees is, like, he gets that very strange feeling again of, like, becoming, like, pixelated, so to speak, and getting warped off to a side. Of which he's then now in front of, like, back in that monitor, where he can see, like, the room, whatnot, from a very pixelated version of it, because he's looking from the monitor outside. As Owen is sitting there, like, just amazed, like, oh my gosh, that all worked.
Yes,
that
get
was
me out of here.
awesome. Yeah, how do we get him out of here?
Oh, right. So Owen goes over, puts a hand on the monitor. In an instant, Cal, you get the same feeling you had before, only in reverse, as you feel like your body's getting put back together, and after a moment, poof! Cal, except you're, like, a little stiff, because holy crap, that's weird.
Sync, like, immediately goes over and hugs Cal. It's like, you're alive! Oh, gosh! I mean,
Cal just looks and goes, not only did we shut that thing down and save my mother, we also just beat, like, 4, 8, and 16-bit video games, dude. That's amazing. High five, everybody. And I believe this is sharing a triumphant celebration.
Oh, heck yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. And Apollo looks over the clock. Hey, world record.
Yes.
Hey, there was a timer on the screen, I'm sure. Speed run.
Mission timer.
Yeah.
And we saved the animals.
Yep.
We did.
Animal percent.
Sink, you initiated the triumphant celebration, so.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
So
right?
what's your celebration?
Oh, sorry. Mine is asking if they think you're cool. So, yeah, that was pretty awesome where I made the bomb arrows, right? And the skulls, and the...
Look, here's all I'm going to say, is the skulls were hit or miss. Bomb arrows, on the other hand, those were freaking cool.
Sweet.
However, we got to work on your color coding, because it was black and white, man. Everything else was in bright, vibrant colors. You see black and white arrows?
I mean, black's a cool color.
I never said it wasn't. I just said there was black and white arrows. It was completely against the contrast.
Right, I'll work on it next time.
But either way, the bomb arrows themselves were cool. That was awesome.
Alright, if the teammate says yes, that I am cool, or that it was cool, give them influence, and take influence over them.
Yeah,
So you have influence again.
And you get to shift my labels.
Sweet.
he doesn't get to tell you anything about him.
I know. So, Cal, you went in there like a madman. Danger goes up. And also, I probably just killed you with conditions, didn't I?
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you shift. I have to reject this.
Okay.
So you have to say the other one. What's going down?
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, danger goes up, and I was gonna say mundane goes down because you were in a video game.
All right. Roll to resist, I think.
Yep, roll to reject.
Reject, right? Yeah. Oh boy.
Can I boost that with the T?
No, you can't.
Apollo.
Apollo could.
Apollo, save him from me.
I mean, it was cool and all, but that blue boomerang was awesome, wasn't it?
T just like, I don't think I want to be saved by that.
I reluctantly have to be.
I know. All right, so it's been a while since we've done
All right. When you reject someone's influence, on a hit, you successfully hold to yourself and tune them out. On a 10+, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up, one label down, your choice, or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
Which one are you gonna do?
I'm going to clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong.
how you gonna do that?
He said that I was a danger.
Yes.
Yeah, you went in there like a madman.
And he's immediately going to looking at it and go, no. There's one thing I've learned through all of this is that there are more important things. And he's going to go over to the cupboard. And he's going to pull out a spare batch of cookies.
Aw.
And start serving cookies to everybody.
Aw.
I was wondering what the thing was when we were going.
Would somebody who's dangerous do this?
No, but somebody who's awesome would.
He walks around. He makes sure there's no chocolate. Hands him to Apollo. Everybody walks right by Snake and doesn't offer him one.
Owen happily takes...
Why'd you check to make sure that the cookies you made didn't have chocolate in them? Were you planning to kill me?
Sink tries to surreptitiously take a cookie out of Cal's little basket using a portal. Just swoop.
Cal sees the portal up here and just sticks his head down and looks at him.
That's not awkward.
Picks up a cookie, looks,
Thanks.
holds it over the portal.
Sink holds up in his hand.
Cal looks, there's a mirror right in front of him, so instead of dropping it in the portal, he throws it without looking, using the mirror as his guide to throw it at Sink.
Jeez. He scrambles to catch it.
Nice.
So I'm going to clear condition. I'm going to clear angry.
Oh, there you go. So Owen does come over to you, Cal, and just kind of gives you like this pat on the back, like, holy crap, man, that was amazing.
Trying to develop that.
Oh, one team gets added to the pool for some reason.
Part of your move.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes.
So, Zachariah, by the way, is now starting to slowly come to.
At this point, Cal's done past because and he's immediately over at the thing with his mother.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't want to disconnect any of these.
Is she all right to be let out?
Cal's dad is right there too.
Oh, yeah, he's been watching all of this just like flabbergasted, speechless, just like, I don't know what's going on, but holy crap.
Hey, Cal.
What's up, Apollo?
We got another summer boat!
Nice. So,
Yeah. So we just get the little picture on the side, and it's a picture of Cal. That's 1/3 Link. So it's 1/4 Link, 1/4 Mario, 1/4 Mega Man, 1/4 Samus.
nice.
And the emote is Apollo maple cured.
Nice. That's hilarious. So your father is over at your mother as side whatnot. She is now like sleeping. Like before, she was just awake and staring forward and whatnot, just blankly. She's now actually sleeping. But her vitals, because you've got her hooked up to all that, I'm assuming. Her vitals are fine. Like everything's fine, and the stuff that's attached to her head is also monitoring brain activity, and it's actually starting to stuff starting to happen in there outside of literally the basic functions. This is clearly somebody who's starting to think again. So Zachariah kind of wakes up, like, oh, what happened? Is everyone okay?
I think we just saved the day.
Did you do it?
Brain function starting to return.
Oh, great. And Zachariah kind of stands up and walks over. Guys, Mary is next one, like, oh, you should lay down there. Which he kind of saunters over towards your mother and then finds the closest bed next to him and just kind of sits down and just, lays down. But in a place where he can still see the monitors, and he looks over and is like, hey. Yeah, great. Good job. You guys did it. That's awesome.
She's gonna be alright now, right?
As I said, it'll probably take a couple of days. But based on the vitals and that there, it looks like, yeah. As I said, the first few days she's probably not going to remember much, so you're just going to want to, take it easy. But that should start coming back to her pretty soon.
That's one. Cal looks and goes, okay. So he's in a really whirly chair. He slides, basically, he's facing the bed. He turns around and is back to his lab station and is going back over to the formula that they reached. Okay, and then we'll finish this. And he's back to the DP50.
Right.
Wait, Cal, you just got back. Shouldn't you at least take a break?
Before this was stolen, I was extremely close to finding this cure. Now that it's back, and I've got more research on how it works, I should be able to develop one within the day.
So Zachariah kind of, at one point, he's like, oh, Cal, next to your computer there, I printed something out I think you need to see.
What?
So, it's just like a sheet of paper right there. Oh, it's next to your desk right there as he's printing it out. It's a paper. It's, got some... Well, it looks like an access log. And Zachariah says, as he's kind of fading almost, that looks like it's a log of, basically whoever accessed this data, which is your formula and the formula they kind of bastardized it into.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth line there, that's a foreign connection. Someone else logged into their computers and got their formula. Or your formula. And it's recent. As in, like, a week ago.
Well, as concerning as that is, that can wait until I'm done.
Thought you should know. And actually, with that, I think Kyle saying that'll have to wait till later is a great place to stop this comic for the night, because I think we've had our climactic scene for the moment. So
we've followed proper structure.
Indeed. So I'd like to thank you guys all for being here. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. For Nora, Chammy, and Tej, I'm OPT, and we'll see you in the digital world next time. Maybe, I don't know. Bye.